We've got that thumbs up. Drivers behind the lines in 3, 2, 1, go.
We're getting this upper bracket match started with 4 of our 5 robots moving. House of Cards trying to get a balance up on red. Bionic Blackhawks for blue, and they do. As we move into the teleoperated period, 11 points between these teams. Red 44, blue 33. Bionic Blackhawks, they have a cube in their possession. They try to score low. They just barely misses. Hollywood comes into score high, and they do. Meanwhile, 35-38, that's the Robo Jackets. Also score high for 5 for the Blue Alliance. As Symmetrical Chaos over on the Red Alliance puts a score in the middle tier for 3. 35-34, the House of Cards lining up with that telescoping arm. They have the score high. And they do. And they come into the middle of the field and grab some of those free game pieces. We're seeing a little bit of action out here with the Flying Toasters. They're playing a little bit of defense for that Red Alliance. And they're giving the Blackhawks and the Robo Jackets a little bit of special attention. As we're down to 50 seconds with this one. Blues up 91. Red has 64. It's not out of their reach yet. As the Robo Jackets, hopefully they can get that machine reset and continue to play the end of the match. And we've got our end game period coming up. Wow, there was a hard hit between Blackhawks and Symmetrical Chaos. The machines are all still working. Robo Jackets is back online, getting ready to line up for blue. We've got 12 seconds left. And Chaos is down. Let's see if we can get those robots on the red side up and engaged. We've got 2 blue robots up and engaged. And we will see the official score shortly. Okay, we're preparing those official scores. Remember, this was an upper bracket match, so both of these alliances will stay in our competition. Let's see who won. It's going to be a win for the Blue Alliance with a score of 125-101. The Blue Alliance will stay in the upper bracket. The Red Alliance will play again in the lower bracket.
Well, not the cleanest match in the world there, but a win for the Blue Alliance. They're going to advance to match number 11. Red Alliance number 7 falls to the lower bracket. Still alive, though, playing in match number 10.
Yeah, a win's a win, so take them when you can get them. Yeah, struggles on both sides of the fields with robot disabilities and, traffic accidents here. So starting off good, though, the Blue Alliance here, 4-piece auto, 44. They yield 44 points out of this. Nice back and forth, and you watch the 3rd-piece pickup here by Avondale right at the last second versus 3 pieces over there on the Red Alliance. So about an 11-point advantage going into teleop.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you're going to see here just for Blue Alliance, a lot of unfortunate things happening. They're still able to pull out the victory, though. 35-38 goes down for a little while, and then 72-11 looks like they lost one of their swerve pods.
If you watch this, it's right around here, I think, right at about this spot is 72-11. Looks good, but then when they come back in for their second cycle, you can see they're slowing down here, and then when they come back in for their second cycle and get back over by the grid, they lose the ability to move. It's a swerve drive robot, so it looks like they have an alignment issue on one of their swerve modules when they come into this next cycle.
I think it was this hit right here. If we look right in the middle, right when 7211 comes, right in the middle here, you're going to see they have a collision, and I'm guessing that is what causes that right there.
Yeah, maybe they landed on the wheel. Not really sure. But they basically lose mobility shortly after this. They're coming in on their second cycle here. They're twisting around and now really just struggling to position the robot. They have their arm out and they cannot get it to align. RoboJack has continued to score. All three members continue to score. But if you look over here on the red alliance, 35-34, spinning around, working that bottom row. But, not real fast scoring action by red, pausing in the middle of the field here by the Toasters. And the red alliance struggling, but if you look, 72-11 still just paused there. And now 35-38 pause. So both the top anchor teams down for the blue alliance, but they had a 30-point lead going into this interruption. And amazingly, they maintained that lead despite only having one working robot.
Jim, I got to ask you, what's it like, to have your robot to lose a swerve pod or something like that? How much more difficult is that really for your drivers to continue?
It really is. Depending on exactly the nature of the failure, it can become where your robot's basically unusable. You're dragging an anchor and trying to steer the robot with the three remaining wheels, sometimes with a wheel facing in the exact opposite direction that you need it to go.
Let's look at the end game here for Red Alliance right here. It's some unfortunate circumstances here. Ober goes right there. I believe that was 56-60.
56-60 tips over on top of a house of cards here with the ramp tipped away here. So you see them tip over, blocking house of cards from coming up. Only a single balance by the Toasters and double balance on the Red Alliance, keeping the Red Alliance in the game to fight another round.
Yeah, and luckily both alliances, like you said, are still in it, so we'll get to see them play a little bit later. Let's send it back down the field. We have more matches coming up. We're in round number 3, going to the lower bracket. Let's see who's competing.